The article that I will be talking about today is about the Trump administration declaring nursing as not a professional degree. So, this is extremely important for society as a whole. Nursing is one of the professions that is highly respected, highly considered, and just these new rules that has been enacted by the Trump administration can rub the society the wrong way. Potentially, I don't know, this might affect the number of nursing students and nursing staff in the future, just due to the new rules. These are particularly loan rules, and how under these new rules, which is enacted by the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the U.S. Department of Education is redefining which graduate level degrees count as professional degrees. Under this redefinition, the advanced degrees in nursing, including the MSN and the DNP, along with fields like physical therapy, social work, education, and others, are excluded from the list of professional degrees. So as a result, graduate students in nursing will fear tighter federal student loan restrictions. These limits are under the non-professional graduate students. These limits include borrowing no more than $20,500 a year and a maximum of $100,000 total in their graduate studies. By contrast, those that are designated professional degrees will be eligible for higher caps, including $50,000 more a year, and the total cap is $200,000. So this is very important for those who need or rely on loans to get through education. Everyone is at different stages of their lives, and sometimes loans are necessary, especially because graduate school is expensive. The article notes that the federal loan program known as the Grad Plus will be eliminated, making these new caps the primary mechanism for financing graduate education. So these are, of course, receiving pushback from the nursing community. Nursing advocates and organizations are, arguing that excluding nursing from professional degree designation can severely just threaten the efforts to expand and sustain the nursing force. Nurses are the backbone of healthcare. So this should be raising alarms for everyone, because what will the future of nursing look like? This article is definitely important because given how critical graduate level nursing education is for advanced practice roles, including nurse practitioners and nurse educators, this loan cap may directly influence those who enter or is able to sustain these tracks. At a time where the U.S. healthcare system is already strained and facing a shortage of nursing, let's reiterate, the U.S. is already experiencing a strained and a shortage of nursing. This could further limit the number of people getting advanced degrees, and eventually, I assume it will put primary care providers back in that position where they need help. They already are in a position where they need help. There are not enough doctors and even NPs to sustain primary care as it is now. So why the caps I don't see it being a good thing in the future. This article highlights an important shift in how the federal government classifies professional degrees. So that is another reason why this is important, because younger nursing students need to know this for their future studies and wishes. So the implications on healthcare delivery, coverage, or access, as I said before, there's already a nursing shortage. If fewer people can afford graduate nursing education, there will be fewer advanced practice nurses. That could reduce overall capacity, especially in underserved, rural, or medically under-resourced areas that depend on heavily, available nurse practitioners and providers and probably in those areas, providers are almost non-existent, so they rely heavily on nurse practitioners to deliver care. These challenges, include the nurse educators. They often need master's and doctoral degrees. So who will be the nurse educators in the hospitals and in the schools? It is pretty self-explanatory. So what concerns me about this development, the entire everything, it undervalues the role of nursing, for one, and there's a risk of deterring future nurses from the force. It's going to worsen existing staffing and care shortages. And, basically some questions that I have is like, how many current or prospective nursing students feel? Like, what do they get from this? Another question, how will this decision affect geographic areas that are already underserved and they rely heavily on nurse practitioners to deliver care? My conclusion, this decision seems very short-sighted, definitely not a long-term thought out plan, in my opinion. So I don't know, investing in healthcare would totally be beneficial to the entire society. Of course, some more than others. And I'm not sure if that's the reason why these types of limits are put into place, because some people are not able to understand or empathize with those who actually rely on these services. But it's pretty interesting.